Is it one of my sound devices? Doesn't look like it. How's my volume? Test, sound, volume test. Okay, that's good. Apologies for the slight technical issues. So apparently we have a match 3 between Nukelhed and Freddy. Ignore the match 2 on the overlay. And we just finished. They just finished our match 2 a while ago, which I presume Freddy won that one, if I'm not mistaken. I did not see the ending. Alright, so our runner is going to... Alright, we're off. We have a slight time desync, unfortunately. So while the runners go for the pretty standard start here, I will be your commentator, user Riha. We have Green Arcturus as your tracker, with music as your restreamer. Alright. Nukelhed has just picked up the vanilla morph ball. And then we'll see what our first randomized item is. And it's just a missile pack. Alright. So now we'll see what the ceiling item is, and it's an E-tank. That'll be a nice comfort for this early in the game. And what's the item? And, ooh, high jump boots! So that's some really early high jump boots for our runners here. Really nice. Well, on one hand, it's going to make a lot of movement. Really nice. It might throw off the runners on some movement. So it's just the Alcatraz escape or the early supers room. Okay, we see that Freddy said. Alright, both runners are now in the parlor. They're headed towards our bomb chorizo, which won't have to give us either bombs or power bombs. And it's power bombs. So I imagine at this point both runners will check 230 missiles and then head down to Terminator. Okay, it looks like Nukelhed has forgot that that high jump is going to throw off the timing for Alcatraz escape. Oh wait, Freddy got it. Oh wait, they both got it. Oh wait, no. Alright, both runners are in sync, heading into the 230 missiles, which is a reserve tank, but only Nukelhed decides they want it. True. Freddy's ahead. Freddy's clock is like a couple of seconds behind, so isn't a nominal lead. Alright, let's see what we have in 230 missiles. I mean, excuse me, in Terminator. It's just a missile pack. We'll be back to this room at some point. Freddy both runners checking the back of Gauntlet. And I saw a power bomb pack, but I did not see the right side item. Did anyone in chat catch it? X-ray. I did not see either runner going for that. Not unless the front gauntlet item is something of value. Assuming they check that. Alright. Both runners are headed towards Brinstar. Potentially. It's kind of a question. If they find charge and plasma early, is it as the time to go pick up X-ray worth the time? Does that cancel out the time loss of having to go grab it? Especially since Scotland is not a quick check. Now go ahead and picking up another E-tank at the back of early Super's rooms, while Freddy apparently forgot to check the back of there and having to reset the room in order to get past the gates. Yeah, reverse meme is probably the most opportune time to get it. But again, it's kind of like the front of Gauntlet. I feel like the front of Gauntlet needs to be of something of value to make it worthwhile. But to just grab it just for the X-ray, the microwave, and to have a microwave beam combo, I'm not sure if that's worthwhile. I suppose it really depends on how well do the runners feel they can take out the bosses that you can use microwave beam on. Dragon, Botwan, and Vantun in particular. Alternately, they might also might use it for some of the key hunters or pirates in Lower Norfair. Head is in the Eddie Coon's area. Can't get past the green doors, so we still don't have any supers. And the item outside the super doors is just another missile pack. We might see a very late super missile. If it's particular, to see it's really trolly, we might see it all the way over at the old Mother Brain location. Freddy getting out of the last Eddie Coon's room was a mark ball. Nukelhed and Pink Brinstar about to check the charge beam locations. Oh, there's our first super right outside the charge beam. So we won't have to loop all the way back to the old Mother Brain location. The charge beam itself has our third power bomb pack, so that will give our runners enough power bomb for to complete the game. We'll see if Freddy is willing to go on that far back. Like a previous seed, like this week, where Gravity Suit was behind that green door. Yes, they were. That was their match That was their match 2. But Freddie tied that race. So tied it. So this is basically sudden death between the two. That's its best of 3. Fortunately, Nukelhed's play of going back to the Eddie Kuhn's green door didn't play off. It was just another super missile pack. Nice, but probably not worth the time investment. Meanwhile, Freddy picks up a missile pack behind the wavegate door using a wavegate glitch to get past the gate. Alright. The two runners have high-fived each other as Nukelhed enters the wavegate room, while Freddy is headed towards the Mission Impossible. Freddy's gonna have to be really careful here with these side hoppers here. Oof. Because there was no suits. I do believe they do like 80 damage a hit. Just another missile in Mission Impossible. So yeah, that would have been another hit. Would have been a kill, death for Freddy. Well, Nukelhed is checking the spore spawn item. Okay, thank you for verifying that, Reem. And Spring Ball behind spore spawn. So that would be useful for some general movement and general movement and gain access to some interesting areas with that. Both wrecked ship and worst room in game comes to mind. Fred picks up their spring ball. Okay, Nukelhed is gonna have to farm up some super missiles for the green door out to Green Hills. While Freddy still has a couple of spare missiles, and is now entering Green Hills. Although Nukelhed is right behind him, having picked up finally quickly gotten the super missile of their own. Oh, and Green Hills has Spazer, so that'll be some nice firepower upgrade for both runners. Okay, it looks like Freddy is headed for a reverse beam route. So both runners are actually farming up the spawns in Green Hills, trying to get some more super missiles, I would imagine. Oh, it's probably health, as Rain points out, especially since the construction zone has some very dangerous side hoppers. Okay. Oh, Nukelhed probably might want to open up the door. Well, first, okay, so both runners are in sync and pick up an energy tank. So that'll be very helpful. Too many runners have been killed there. Should I start playing some boy band music in Viral? Okay, we're both runners are checking Billy Mays, although Freddy doesn't quite get the jump. Probably was looks like they were thrown off by the high jump boots. Well, that kind of puts him slightly behind. Unfortunately, Billy Mays only have a missile pack and the supers, although those supers are going to be really nice. Will be well appreciated by both runners. Okay, this looks like Nukelhed's gonna go ahead and check over Mother Brain. We'll see what Freddy decides to. Okay, Freddy's also gonna check Mother Brain. How about Deer Force as a music band? They can probably play metal. All right, old Mother Brain has a missile pack. Alright. Nukelhed is going back up the climb. Not going checking a climb supers item. Okay, all these talks about songs has reminded me of all the copyright songs for Metroid by people who are blatantly stealing Metroid music, like Soul Spasm. And then there was another group that recently came out in like 2020 that I think they ripped the Brinstar theme or something. I forget. Okay, so we see Knucklehead going for a gauntlet check. As Freddy is also taking a save at the ship, I would presume they're also doing going to do a gauntlet check. With 4 E-tanks and 20 power bombs, that should be pretty relatively safe for these runners. They checked the back of Gauntlet, but did not the front. The back of Gauntlet had power bombs and X-ray, I'm told. Ooh, Freddy gets grabbed, but the lava's already on its way down, and they're fine. Oh, and the front has Ice Beam. Okay, so Knucklehead is going back out towards the front, going out the front. So they're not going to bother with X-ray. Well, it looks like Freddy is going to go grab X-ray. So this is perhaps our first major route, our second route diversion since the Edekin's check by Nukelhed. Yep. The boys have split up. They've gone their separate ways. Alright, looks like Nukelhead is going to check Moat, if not head for the wreck ship. I would imagine Freddy will probably do similar. Yeah, that was kind of that's like something that was okay. It looks like Nukelhed is actually going to go for alpha and beta power bombs. Oh wait, they just checked mode, so they're going for alpha and beta power bombs. I didn't see what mode item was. Yeah, that was a they've been together for a long time, Daft Punk, and then they finally separated like a few months ago, as I recall. All right, we have to. Okay, beta power bombs have power bombs. Which trick you don't get, Tui? Oh, the spring ball to wreck shit. Uh, my understanding is that it's kind of like it's basically uses something similar to mock ball, but basically you're using your running speed, and then you use the spring ball jump or bounce to get across, and then because of your and for some reason it will keep your running speed. So you're able to make it across. Although, so the few times I practiced the trick, you actually do not want to actually do a mock ball. You actually want to go and hit, go ahead, go into a ball in midair, and then use the spring ball's bounce to get across. I mean, I would imagine it's possible to use the spring ball jump, or from in the water to get across, but that's probably less time efficient. And you probably need gravity for that to work. But it'll probably be a little bit easier to execute, depending on your. I would imagine. Okay, so Knucklehead has already made it all the way down to the Spasian room, where they picked up another energy tank. The Moktaw is where you that I was talking about, Reem, is where you do it like a continuous wall jump, but instead of wall jumping, you do the spring ball jump on the sensor platform. All right, Knucklehead's about to face off against Craig. Freddy a little bit low on health, so, but they're just outside the spacer room, so they're gonna like that. So they're gonna be glad for that energy tank. Knucklehead picks up another super missile on their way to Craig. Okay, Knucklehead is trying to set themselves up for a Craig quick kill, while Freddy turning on high jump boots to enter Craig's flare. Well, both runners are still largely following the same routes, although there are some slight detours. Knucklehead gets the Craig quick kill. Turn down Craig invitation for a prom dance. I do believe Freddy did get the spring ball, or maybe they didn't. I can't remember. I can't. All right, the runners are high-fiving each other in the Mini Craig's room. All right, Freddy getting ready to face off against Craig, while Nukelhed finds Charge Beam in the Crazy Tank room. So that gives Nukelhed at least a full spacer combo beam. And Freddy goes dancing with Craig. Alright, Knucklehead's gonna go check the high jump boost location. I bet you we're gonna find our first suit there. There's our Varia. Now the question is, people. Probably. I'm not sure if but you might as well just. I mean, anybody might as well just just do the conventional spring wall jump for lava dive. If you have high jump, maybe. I honestly not sure. I believe I do know you can still wall jump it, but I think you have to do some invincibility, make use of some invincibility. Oh, and Nukelhed finds space jump in the cathedral. Another E tank at Caracas K. I see our bot is picking on Rain. All right, Nukelhed checking Norfair Reserve, picking up a super missile for the first item. While Freddy picks up their Varia suit. Freddy and the Cathedral is about to pick up their space jump, while Nukelhed is about to make a super speed booster check. Nukelhed does a nice mock ball in the speedway hallway, speed booster hallway. And unfortunately, Speed Booster just had a double missile pack. Knucklehead's just gonna nope on both of those items. And head run. I mentioned I'm gonna check wave beam at this point. Wave beam locations. Wave Beam, since Wave Beam has been in logic, I wonder if either runner will ultimately decide they need to bet on Croc. And also, Wave Beam had a super missile. Freddy taking a safety save at Bubble Mountain. Are they going to do a lava dive? Nukelhed picking up a Bubble Mountain item, which is super missile. I mean, with high jump boots, it shouldn't be too hard to do a lava dive. And plus, with that safety save, it makes totally sense, since without you still have the time clock timer of the lava damage. No, Freddy doesn't get that first 10. Second 10 doesn't quite get the timing right to get past that last. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Okay, there we go. Freddy gets it on the third try. And we see Nukelhed also going for a lava dive. All right, Knucklehead has successfully made their lava dive. Oh, it looks like we're going for a Grow Chorizo check by Freddy. And I don't mean the green glitch. They're actually going to go to the statue, since they do have space jump, so it would be on logic. Nukelhead, on the other hand, is electing to go head straight for a Ridley. First, well, just... Okay, so there's just a couple of super missile packs Echo Chorizo. And Freddy elects to reset. I wonder if he'll do the green gate glitch and check screw attack. Excuse me. Alright, Mickey Mouse Room had another energy tank, which Nukelhead was going to find very helpful, as they were getting a little bit low on energy. Okay, so it looks like Freddy needs to farm up some power bombs to make it through the collapsing pillars room, while Nukelhead is making their way through the amphitheater. They'll just have to be careful not to accidentally fall way into the rising acid, but they make it through just fine. Oh, Freddy turned on Barrier suit. Are they going to do a crystal flash? Yep, they're doing a crystal flash to restore their health. Nukelhed going to check what the power bombs of shame item has. Just another super missile pack, but he decides he will pick it up. Alright, Freddy made it to the worst room of the game, while Nukelhed is facing off against the Metal Pirates. Alright, Nukelhead's going to face off against Ridley without any farming. They do have 4 filled energy tanks and 30 supers, so along with a full beam combo, so they should be fine. Looks like Freddy's on their way to checking the Mickey Mouse room and picking up another E-tank for themselves. Oof. Nukelhed has to be careful. Okay, they finish off Ridley. We're down to 33 energy plus whatever they have in their reserves. Let's see what Ridley was hiding. Freddy finally makes it out of the amphitheater. Just a missile pack at Ridley. Well, that's a bit of a letdown. So Freddy opts to check Fireflies before heading off to Ridley. Though considering their low power bomb count, they probably should. They probably want to farm up their power bomb so they don't get stuck in the wastelands. So yeah, Freddy is farming up power bombs over in the Fireflies room. Looks like Nukelhed is also doing a little bit of farming of their own, and after leaving Ridley's lair. So the runners have just high-fived each other in Wastelands. As Nukelhed has to face face the first three sets of key hunters. While Freddy is about to face off against the metal pirates. Nukelhed will have to be careful not to take a hit, as he is down to 93 energy. Does not take a safety save. Although if they check the Fireflies item, that energy will help definitely be very helpful in getting the rest of the way to make the rest of the Lower Norfair escape. But for now, they're making the best use of their wave beam to take care of shoot the key hunters out of their way. Nukelhed picks up their Firefly's E-Tank, while Freddy takes their time at getting to Ridley to farm up the supers and energy for the Ridley fight. Jail just had a super missile pack. I predict that for Nukelhed at this point will go ahead and go face Croc after this to try to find that gravity suit from Meridia. Oh, there's Screw Attack after you don't really need it. After the whole area where it becomes super useful. Although there's still the final three key hunters, which Screw Attack will definitely make a lot more be helpful for. More supers in the key hunter side room. Alright, Knucklehead's making their escape. Freddy's has farmed up enough for Ridley and has entered their Ridley's lair. Okay, as I predicted, Nukelhed is going to head to go a bit on Croc, while Freddy is slowly working their Ridley down. I imagine a classic NES. I mean, if you mean the original, it's probably going to go like $300-400. I think that's what a lot of us did as kids, just having our face glued to the manual as soon as when we buy a game until we can play it. I mean, this is if you mean this is assuming you mean the original Super Nintendo Gentleman. Jay. Like from the 90s. Really? I remember seeing them a lot more. Maybe I misremembered. Okay, either I misremembered or the place I saw it at was ripping people off on them. It's one of the two. I'm gonna say it's probably my memory, because it's not the best. Croc PBs just had PBs. Alright. Freddy's farming up for their escape, while Nukelhed checks grapple. Well, the one I saw that was supposedly $300-400 was like, I think it was like mint condition. All right, grapple just had a super missile pack. What about the grapple missile item, or the Indiana Jones missile? I'm not sure which one you want to call it. Oh, is Knucklehead going to skip it, or did they already check it? We got another another reserve tank in the grapple side room. I don't know. Oh, Indy was missiles. Okay. So Croc was not the where to place your bets. So at this point, it's looking like gravity suits in wrecked ship. Although or landing site PBs. Unless the seat decides to be a little bit trolly and gives us like speed booster, and then it's at a speed lock location like Clyde Supers or Waterway. Oof. Freddy taking a beating against those ski hunters. Knucklehead's checking ice beam location. Freddy already picked up the Firefly's E-tank. So the missile under missile is just another missile. Freddy picks up their screw attack, so that should help get them out of the loss of lower Norfair safely. Which is probably a good thing because they're only down to 126 energy. Alright. Freddy checking the item before the three musketeers. Meanwhile, Nukelhed had check ice beam room. Doesn't appear it was anything of important. Oh no! Freddy takes a death to the three musketeers. Oh, did he? That takes him all the way back to the lower Norfair entrance before Ridley. Oh, Freddy has forfeited. Okay, sad news comes from music that Freddy has forfeited from the race, which means that Nukelhed will be proceeding to the next round of the mouse bracket. Alright, Nukelhed's checking X for A item location. Just another missile. You mean the crystal flash? The crystal flash? Is that what you were referring to, Cactus Frank? It's a relatively simple trick once you learn how to use it. As basically, you just need to have a certain amount of ammo, and then be holding a certain buttons on the controller when you set off a power bomb. Basically, you need at least 10 of each ammo type, plus 1 extra power bomb. And then when you set off a power bomb and morph ball, and then while holding, I think it's down L R, and maybe shoot. I'm sure Track can correct me if I'm mistaken. Nukelhed's going to check landing site PBs. We'll see if this has our gravity suit. So, landing site PBs did not have a suit. So gravity is presumably over a wrecked ship. Ocean items, just another missile pack. Nukelhed will probably be checking off to check the spooky missiles and then facing Fantune at the moment now. Yeah, but didn't Freddy skip the Ridley? At this point, it kind of looks like Freddy is just kind of messing around. Alright, Nukelhed is facing off starting their fight, Fantoon fight. I mean, that does make sense, that Freddy is trying to farm power bombs for Lunar Crystal Flash. But but as you say, it's kind of like this is a really inefficient way of doing about it. So I'm not sure. So it still feels like they're kind of messing around. Alright, Nukelhed has finished off Fantoon. While Freddy does the Crystal Flash flip. Let's see. Alright, Nukel. Okay, we just saw Freddy pick up that E-Tank, so it's like, why bother doing that Crystal Flash? So it's after doing that Crystal Flash, which is kind of, for Squint Belief, he's just kind of messing around at this point. Oh, Freddy unforfeit? Ooh, Knucklehead finds Grapple Beam. So that will help against Ray Gun. Okay, so Freddy is back in the race. Okay. Yeah, I played the Super Metroid Zelda 3 randomizer. It's fun, but make sure you have a lot of time to kill because it's a bit of an endurance challenge. There's two GDQ races of it. There's one where Andy and Oaks and Guts will swap back and forth between it. And then there's another one where Andy, I believe Ivan, were both playing their game of it, but they were sharing info. I would say that it's 90% Zelda Link to the Past, mostly just because, I mean, the Zelda side needs a lot more items, and then B, it's a lot. You generally get gun mode for the Super Metroid side a lot quicker, and then it's very easy for you to just like it opens up a lot quicker, so you end up doing most of Super Metroid in like mostly in like one or two goes. So it feels like it's mostly it feels like it's very brief or a lot briefer than it actually is. I feel like gravity's going to be at Sky Missiles. Alright, Nukelhead's checking the attic. Well, Freddy is farming back up for Ridley. I wouldn't say 50 hours. Admittedly, it does depend. Oh, I called it! Gravity suit at sky missiles. I called that. I will totally claim all the virtual points for that. For calling that right. Yeah, I would. It's really helpful to have a tracker for SMZ3, especially if it's a map tracker like you can get with Emo Tracker, because because the first time I played the crossover, I did not remember the Zelda side, because the last time I played it was like in the 90s. So yes, it does. So my first game of Super Metroid Zelda crossover took me like 8 hours. And a lot of it's because I didn't remember the Zelda side, and there was some important keys I missed because I didn't, important chests I missed because I just didn't remember they were that was where they were. Well, Cactus Frank, you just gotta cheer yourself up. Just take those potatoes and make some French fries out of them. Alright, Nukelhed has broken the glass tube, has entered Meridia. As they already have Ice Beam, I do not expect them to make any checks here unless it's right there along the way, like the Crab Supers. While Freddy is having their rematch against Ridley. As Knucklehead is in goal mode at this point. That was some nice movement from Knucklehead doing that mock ball into the aqueducts. Oh no! Freddy takes another death to Ridley. And I think they forfeit for good for this time because they just loaded a save state. Well, they forfeited and then they loaded a save state. And end his stream. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at first I thought it was a save state, but it could be a loop, some sort of loop. But then I don't know if that's how, I don't even know how you do that. Oh, it was a loop. Yeah, I don't even know how that works. Oh. If you catch your stream, it loops. Okay. I did not know that was a thing. Well, learned something new. Yeah, and Freddy didn't take another safety save after that first death, so they would have taken them right back to Lower Norfair entrance again, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it was 2 deaths, and I would not be surprised if Freddy feels incredibly discouraged after that. Precious just had Nukelhed checks Precious right before Dragon, just a missile pack. Still, everyone, I would like everyone to definitely at least give your kudos to Freddy. They still did a lava dive with just Fariasu, and made it all the way to the mouse bracket, and scored at least one victory against Knucklehead. So definitely give them your GGs, and maybe check out their channel and follow. Time, we'll just go ahead and watch Nukelhed finish this race. Runners are not allowed. Generally, will not know if the other runners are ahead or behind. The only thing they will know is if a person has quit or not done, have finished. It's like Nukelhed totally forgot they have grapple beam. The main thing that kind of can plague a runner is if you take like a yeah. Since I can then quickly tell you if where a valuable item is, since we can then suddenly like optimize your route. Like if you know you're going the wrong way, you can suddenly do a 180 a lot sooner. But at the same time, it can make generally be really discouraging if you take left and find out it's just a missile pack, and then find out progressions as on the road right, because then you're like, because at the back of your mind you're like thinking that other guy or person, gal, wherever they are, whichever they identify as, might have gone right and just been and it's got the progression right, progression item first place. Suddenly, you feel like you're behind because you just believe they went the right way, whereas you took that wrong way detour. So it's yeah, and it's so. Oof. You'll have your race hindered because of real life the real life neighbors. I mean, I had a few races myself where it's kind of, it was something like that. It's like I'm trying to race and someone's like, and then like one of my friends is like keeps trying to call me, and I'm like, I'm busy, and I'm like, and they're like, they get try so hard so they come all the way to my place and start pounding on my door, and I'm like, I'm big on the race here. Trying to use your psychic powers to see where your opponents are is allowed. Well, I guess I better I start practicing my mental powers then, huh? Does magic count? Is magic also allowed? Can I curse my opponent with bad luck? Alright, Nukelhed has entered Torium. So I just had to prepare a trap card for my opponent. I have to set it like at etiquette. As soon as they check etiquette, the trap card gets unleashed. Nukelhed. Making efficient work of Music, have you had an encounter with Count Dracula? Unless they're MM2, then they need to pick up a Spring Ball. Alright, Knucklehead's about to have the family reunion. Trying to damage themselves down for it. Oh, are they going for a baby skip? Oh, no. Denied. The run has been ruined. They lost, was it 10 frames? Ruined forever. Alright. Oh. Knucklehead's down about to face off, head towards Mother Brain. They're about to go ahead and take a safety save at the final save room of the game. Looks like they accidentally said no to it, so they have to reset that room. Now they're down to only 40 missiles and 18 supers, but they do have a full beam combo, so they should be fine on ammo. Let's see what kind of zip skip they can do, because they do have ice beam. Okay, so they're going for the first one. Get it, and alright, so they quickly gets the first zip skip. Now they're going off against Mother Brain 1. Thankfully, Ice Beam does make the Rinkas a little bit much easier to deal with, as apparently killing them, freezing them before destroying them does delay their respawn. Alright. Here we go. Alright, Knucklehead starts on Mother Brain 2, unloads all of their missiles, and now it's just getting into the rhythm using their charge beam. It's what, like 60 shots with a full spacer combo? Or is it 40 shots? I'm mixing up my numbers. if Dunkel has enough reserve to try for a stand-up glitch. Well, SMRAT, you need at least 700 energy, so they'll have to, so they can't afford. Okay, so don't stand up. A full spacer combo does 300 damage. Alright, now we're at the final cutscene. As at this point, Nukelhed should have this easily enough in a moment. We should pretty soon see the credit scroll and where the final items are. And I'm wondering, where was Speed Boost here? I mean, based on what we know and the what we saw and the logic, it would have had to be in Meridia. And we did find Grapple Beam in logic, as I recall, so that it couldn't even be Shock Tool. Probably Mallard Journal. I would say Shock Tool is probably would be the more evil location. I feel like though Sandpit is probably a likely location. Alright, Nukelhed's making the mother brain sing. Or dance. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a both. Nukelhed's trying to go for the in the face, try to reduce hyper beam lag, although it did have to struggle a bit to get the proper rhythm, but does take down Mother Brain for the final time and is now going to make their escape. Alright. Out of Ultoriat. Nukelhed's is back into the climb escape now. Just doing a left side wall jumps up the town to climb. Nope. Nukelhed is going to save the animals. Why not? Or not, because they like to play control us. Nukelhed has broken Reem's heart. there we go. They finally get the Alcatraz escape because apparently the blocks are not removed for this escape. All right, and then we have our official time for from Nukelhed from Munich of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 31 seconds. All right, we're now joined by for a post race interview. How are you?
What's up? That was a interesting seed, a weird one, I'll have to say.
What part? Was it any specific parts that made it weird to you, or it's just kind of as a whole?
Like so getting Varia like at high jump boots after I checked everything, like I felt behind then. And then the only logical access to wreck ship was space jump, which was in that heated room. What's it called? I can't even think. Cathedral. And then screw attack being deep in lower Norfair meant that's how you got your ice logic, which meant climb supers wasn't in, and then gravity being so I'm not sure where speed was. It was either bowling or in Meridia somewhere, but it could have been GT to be honest.
I mean, we're about to find out as we hear credit scroll.
Oh, right, yeah.
All of us have been thinking, but we were starting to speculate, and we were thinking like Meridia.
Could have been GT.
We did see two GT, but they were just supers. But we don't know what the screw attack item is.
Oh, okay.
As Freddie did take a peek at the screw at GT.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it was. Did Freddie do lava dive, or did he go up and get his gravity and come back down?
He also did a lava dive, just like you.
Yeah.
There were some minor route detours, but for the most part, you two kind of went the same route.
Yeah. I did have a feeling that, wreck ship was gonna be the play, but there was just no logic to it. Like once you got that space jump, if you can do the speed booster was at gravity, so there you go. So it's probably still not worth the check if you had it, because I had ice. I thought about doing suitless Meridia, but grapple was obviously in wreck ship. By that stage, you knew that gravity was up there, so it wouldn't have been as good. So. But yeah, thanks for commentating. I hope it was entertaining at least. The first game was a bit rough, but dying early, putting you 6 minutes behind or whatever, it's not fun, but things like that happen. Learn from your mistakes.
Plasma and gravity missiles.
That's a stacked wreck ship.
I mean, I believe I think I saw regular bombs. Was that beach, if I'm not mistaken? Or was it somewhere in Yellow Meridia? For if one feels they could do the crystal flash clip.
Yeah. Like I was okay with ice anyways. Like once I had early ice, I knew I didn't have to do a crystal flash.
Yeah, that was a pretty big find for you early on. I mean, I think we saw that. Both of you did find ice. I think you were the one that Chang. No wait, I think that was. I can't remember if you were the one that got the X-ray at the back.
No, I didn't get X-ray.
Okay, so Freddie got X-ray. That was one of the slight detours that happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Nice.
Now, in case you were wondering, Freddie ended up dying twice in Modern Warfare.
Okay. And is that when he did his first quit?
The first quit was at the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough.
Second one was at Ridley because he last saved at the Lower Norfolk entrance.
Did he not get screwed for the Musketeers?
Did I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but apparently he got it didn't quite connect. I guess.
Oh, like if you turn too quick to do that. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. And his last save was at Bubble Mountain. Oh,
No, it was
that's
at Lower Norfolk because he entrance because he actually saved there. Check Gold Trees, assault those 2 super missiles, and then reset.
all right. Well, I might dip out. I'm going to watch this other race. Is it the Cheese or even FD race? How's it going? Has anyone been watching it as well?
Yep, we have another race of Shadow versus so it's on Speedrunners Arena too.
Nice. Well, that looks interesting. But yeah, thanks for commentating. Thanks for like doing a couple of games, and obviously, I'm not sure if you commentated the first game or what went on there, but yeah, I appreciate it all. It's good fun, and yeah, I'll just keep on keeping on, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that sucks for Freddie, and you know, a bit sad that that happened for him because you know it's not dying's like the worst thing, especially like when you're on the way out of Lower Norfolk because you're already like you're already there, so
yeah,
I have to watch it back. And,
I mean, it's kind of like you're right there in the finishing line, and then you get robbed right at the last moment.
Yeah, it's rough, but yeah, that's all right. But yeah, no, thanks for commentating. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah,
Well, thanks for
I hope
racing.
you are all.
GG.
I'll see you all the next round, I guess. GG.
All right. Once again, that was Nukelhed, along with Freddie. Do go ahead and consider giving a look-see and follow. I have been your commenter, Guzaria, with Remont Taurus as your tracker, and Magic as your restreamer. And until then, we'll see you next mission. Let's see if we have a raid target among here. We might go ahead and join this raid too. Or someone else. We'll see what moderator decides.